Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo goo. It's painting fucking goo. Painting goo. It's painting goo. Painting me, painting you. Painting goo, painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo, 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 goo. Painting goo. Oh. Painting goo, 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 goo. Painting goo, goo, goo. Painting fucking goo. Painting goo, 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 goo. Painting goo, 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 goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Yes, indeed, if you have any honor, you will place a tip in the monkey's bowl. Pay the monkey, 'cause I don't. Welcome to another glorious episode of Painting Goo. Excuse me, whilst I descend into proper painting goo posture. Where's my thing? Ah, the store is swift this morning. Desmondu, Orunku, Margiu, welcome to Painting Goo. Margiu, do you actually want that painting goo? Or has your age produced amnesia? For 2 days now, you have said you are going to buy the painting goo. But I have not seen you on Instagram. Are you simply forgetful in your old age? Today, there's going to be lots of metal. Why? Because we're painting this fucker. The Conanator. Indeed. A long, arduous journey as we pay homage to the once great Arnaldo Schwarzenegger, which basically means black nigger, which I always thought was hilarious. Schwarzenegger. Hilarious name for a hilarious man. Funny, isn't it, how people like myself got often look at Arnaldo's films And despite him being peddled as an action hero, he's actually quite the funny retard in most of his movies. Hello, multicolored people. Indeed, there is much color on Paintingu. We don't have a brack yet, as far as I know. Would be funny to have a brack in the chat every time I do all the black paint jokes. I used to do that a lot. Where's my brack? I have lost my brack. Here, brack. Sweet. I just take out a black tube of paint. A double dose of bracku. So, Skull Sparrow, this kimono / t-shirt is a glorious. Absolutely glorious. It's just simpler to wear, you know? It is tidy, neat. I just strap it on and it's done, you know? Don't get me wrong, I kind of do want to, like, put a button on it so it's nice and it's even more tidy. But it is glorious. So silky. Yes, I've been very busy. Got to figure out how to change American dollars to your money. Age might have something to do with it. Hurry up! Can't be waiting on old people. Say you pay for Paintingu. You pay for Paintingu! I am a patient demigod. I am a merciful demigod. But you fuck around and you will be banned, old woman. You fuck with my money, I will ban you. I have banned an elf before. You think I won't ban an old lady? This is actually what the fan is for. I will gently sweep you out the door. Gently waft you out of the stream. Glorious. It is glorious. It's a glorious kimono / t-shirt. It's a perfect fit. And I love the colors. It is beautiful. Once again, I will show it in all of its glory for some of you who may have missed it. But our very own, our honorable Skull Sparrow-sama has bought me a new kimono. And it is glorious. Look at it. It is glorious. That dragon is fucking epic. The brew. I love the brew and the tear. The brew tear. It's glorious. Ugh. Anytime I say the color teal, I'm always reminded of that scene from, is it Snakes on Planes with Samuel L. Jackson, where like they're trying to take a photo of the snake and like figure out what species it is or something so they can find out like the right anti-venom or some shit. And they're taking a picture of it and trying to describe the color. And I think one of the gay male air hostesses, they're like, it's like green, it's blue. No, it's kind of a purple. Like, and the gay air hostess is like, I would have described that as teal. I remember, like, that's actually one of the few scenes that I actually remember from that movie. Like, it's not a very memorable movie. Like, Snakes on a Plane is just like a hilarious idea. Like, that probably shouldn't have been made into it. Maybe I should watch it again. I'll tell you what I did watch last night. Speaking of snakes and shit. Fucking Alien Covenant. I hadn't seen Alien Covenant. And I watched it last night. And I liked it. I enjoyed it. I think the way they portrayed David as like going psycho on the planet was like really fucking cool. And he's like experimenting with the xenomorph juice. The virus, the pathogen, whatever. Like they're... Can you really describe, like, the way they describe it as, like, a pathogen, which maybe it is, like, I'll have to, like, I don't know that exact, like, definition of a pathogen, but I thought a pathogen was, like, well, I suppose it's just, like, a microscopic material, but, like, the way that stuff moves around, it's, like, a conscious black dust fluid shit, depending on, like, what form it's in and all, like, it's really cool, like, I can understand why a lot of people like gave it a bad rap and shit, because there's some parts in there that are really retarded. Some of the acting is a bit like, you know, not bad, but like it's very like cookie cutter in a lot of ways. Like I remember thinking halfway through the movie, I was like, they've literally done all the tropes that they've developed throughout all the movies, and like the setups, the scenes, what goes down, like the second you see, if you've seen any of the Alien stuff or Predator or the Alien versus Predator stuff, like when the scenes come up, you're like, oh, they're gonna do that. Like, here comes this scene. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like one of them gets caught here, one of them's in the shower. Fucking like, it's like it's quite predictable and shit. And then in other ways, not like, you know, like some things did surprise me. But at the same time, I think it is one of those movies that's kind of like trying to subtly tell you what's going on. Like there's a cool twist at the end with fucking David and Walter, the two androids and stuff. I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it, and I didn't think I would because, like, you know, Prometheus was a bit of the same, where it's like got really cool stuff, and then at the same time, really like just kind of like meh, like not bad, but just like, oh, that's it kind of thing. Like, but no, solid movie for the most part. Like most of Ridley Scott's movies, I've enjoyed. He's very skilled at showing like scale and scope, and like the art direction's always like really good. Like the attention to detail in the environments and the fucking like the graphics are really good and shit. Like the bit where David drops the pathogen on the fucking architect homeworld and shit, like really cool. Like, and again, the whole time I was like, man, there's some gravy in that. When I send that wooden panel that I've painted to Owen, when I send that to him, I'm like thinking of like listing off a few movies like Dreamcatcher and Alien Covenant and Prometheus and like a few things that like, and then like the Stargate series and shit, where I'm just like, I think it's Parasites. And like there could be a chance that like Owen, I'm catching up on Owen from yesterday, I think it was, and he's talking about like cloud seeding and stuff like that, and then he ends up talking about the extra Terra and shit and Antarctica, and I'm thinking like it is so possible that we came in contact with another group, and then some kind of covenant was formed, because like the movie is called Covenant, and in the movie there's like, you know, essentially the idea put forward of like two species interacting and a lot of genetic modification and this kind of like pathogen, and like it's very serpent like, and like loads of like this, even if it isn't intentional symbolism, the symbolism that like goes off in my mind when I'm looking at these movies, I'm like, there's something fucking going on, guys. Like Octopus Theory, Scott something, yeah, Ridley Scott, yeah, he makes good movies. I watched The Gift this morning. You watch a movie in the morning? Seems like an odd thing to do. Just wake up, slap on a film. I suppose when you're old, like, doesn't really matter. Like, yeah, Snakes on a Plane was funny, but it was like also kind of shit. Like, so how are you sending me the money, Margie? If you're trying to find a way to exchange the dollars, are you just gonna send it to me in the post or some shit? This is why you need to message me, woman. I sent you a text on Instagram. Send me the deets so we can discuss how we engage in commerce. Scott didn't do the last Alien. The last one? What was the last one? Was it Resurrection? Was that the last one? That makes sense, because from what I remember of Resurrection, it didn't feel like a Ridley Scott movie. It felt like a Hollywood action movie. Because Resurrection's the one with the female android, isn't it? And then, fucking... Isn't the guy from CSI in that? That black, the fucking... He's not black, he's like, he's kind of like Caribbean. Maybe even like Moroccan or something, like, I don't know, like... But he's not like black, like, do you know what I mean? He's one of them half-caste niggas, like... Good actor, I like that nigga. Seeing him in Alien Resurrection was funny because the amount of CSI I'd watched. Romulus, Jesus, I didn't even register that. They came out with a thing called Alien Romulus. Is it bad? How bad is it? Because usually when the franchise goes on too long, or there's like too many offshoots, or like especially if there's a different director involved, like the chances of it being like really good are like not that great, like. But I enjoyed Covenant. Like, it is cool. Like, some of the fucking... Like, the aliens in it are vicious and, like... you know the way they usually kind of like in, especially in old horror movies, like they don't show a lot, which kind of adds to the horror if you shoot it well. You know, like if you can only see certain parts of what's happening, it can increase the like, oh my god, like what the fuck. But like you straight up just get to see these things like rip people apart for like 15 seconds. Like you know, like one of the baby ones hops on your one in the lab and it's just like fucking tearing the face off her, and like the door's locked and the other bitch is trying to come in with the shotgun and handle the thing, and it's like so vicious, blood everywhere. Like it's fairly realistic looking. Like you know what I mean, like the it's not like overly gory. Where some movies like even like Django Unchained, where like when someone gets shot, it's like a fucking, which is cool. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but like it's like gritty gore. It's like gritty, realistic gore. But because it's like an alien fantasy, it's like, you know, that's a good blend to make horror. Like one of the like Event Horizon. Some of the scenes in Event Horizon, you're like, oh god, Jesus, what the fuck, like. And there's a bit of that in this, like there's a bit of that in Alien Covenant where you watch the thing and you get to see the alien like straight up like a lot, and it's well done. Like there's a bit where they get attacked out in the open, fucking Jurassic Park style, in like these like there's like lots of long grass and wheat, and one of the lads like fucking explodes, and oh no, that guy actually, the fucking alien comes out of his mouth. He like pukes the thing up and like onto his belly, and they're all like trying to help him and shit, and this thing just like gets up and starts fucking going nuts, and then it fucks off into the wheat and the tall grass, and then like 30 seconds later a fully grown one comes bounding out of the grass and just like starts wrecking face. It's like, it's cool, like, you know, it's like it's I'd kind of compare it to Alien versus Predator Requiem, like, but don't get me wrong, Alien versus Predator Requiem is like a fairly trash movie, but there's some cool action sequences, you know. But like in Alien versus Predator Requiem, they're like the few and far between parts that are good are not worth the slog of the rest of the movie and the bad acting and the this, like, you know. Typically, if you see an actor in a big franchise that you've never seen before, you're like, okay, this cast is kind of like, who are these people? Because it's a known franchise. You expect to see like Sigourney Weaver, even if she's like got a cameo, you know, because it's like the franchise holds a certain amount of weight because of previous successes. But when you start seeing a lot of randomers, you're like, oh, this is probably gonna be shit. Um, Yeah, I liked Prometheus. You know, like I've spoken before about, like, you know, I thought it was really cool the way it shows that your man like swallows that thing and then like dissolves into the water, and that's what gene seeds the planet and shit. Like I thought that was really cool. Like I thought that was some heavy gravy. Um, Best gore movie will always be Brain Dead. Never seen it. Have you ever seen Hobo with a Shotgun? Hobo with a Shotgun is one of the most fucking off the wall, like really violent, like kind of dark humor, like just what the fuck movies I've ever seen. Um, those two are so fun to watch. Which one? And two? Oh, Evil Dead. Yeah, Evil Dead's fucking brilliant. Evil Dead's brilliant. Not changing the subject, but changing the subject. I did not have a cigarette yesterday, and not today. Yeah. Oh, you're trying to give up smoking? It's not a bit late. You're trying to give up smoking, Margie? You haven't had a smoke yesterday, and you haven't had one yet today. What time is it where you are? You're in Tennessee, aren't you? So what? It's been over 24 hours without a cigarette. Brain Dead is Peter Jackson's. Peter Jackson's though. Oh no way! I think I vaguely remember hearing about that before. Actually, that Peter Jackson did. Yeah, Brain Dead. I'll have to check that out. It's really good cinema. I'll have to check Brain Dead out. I am a hobo with a shotgun. That movie was about me. It's fucking it's what's his face, Rutger Hauer. Like, how funny is that Rutger Hauer's in a movie like that after being in other stuff like that's quite, like, you know, cinematically serious, like, you know? It's hilarious. Um but anyway, yeah, we're here to paint the Conanator today. I I wouldn't say I'll finish it today, but we're nearly there. I tend to get to like a stage in paintings where I'm like, okay, like it's time to wrap it up now. You know, like you don't want to be sitting on something too long, overcook the fucking thing. It's like a cake, you know. You don't want to burn it. And like, I mean, for all intents and purposes, I could just be like, there we go, it's done, you know. But there's a little bit more to do, and part of me does want to put a black outline all around Arnie here, but like I don't know, like if I put if I actually do the cartoon black outline on the whole thing, it would probably look pretty good. It'd probably be very similar looking to the rabbit and gorilla meme that I did, which would be awesome. So that's what I might do. I might just do that today. Just slap a black outline on the whole thing, make it pop, and then it'll be done. Because there's not much else to add, really. You know, we've got like, I mean, we could go fucking yeah, maybe what we should do today is stick in a load of random shit from all the movies, like the toy from The Last Superhero, and or was that like Jingle All the Way? I can't remember. I'll have to look some shit up. I was gonna try and make this look like one of the helicopters out of the Sixth Day. We already have a Crash military chopper here, which is like, how many movies is that in? You got Commando, fucking Predator, fucking. It's probably a load of movies that Arnie's been in where a fucking chopper crashes, which is just hilarious. Hold on, like, what does I kind of vaguely remember what the toy looked like in Jingle All the Way. It was like a buff version of Flash. Had like, it's like red and gold. It's like hot rod red and gold, and it's got like a lightning bolt on it or something. Jingle All the Way. Yeah, okay. Turbo Man. Okay, Turbo Man. Yeah, like it fucking looks like a roided out version of Flash. That's hilarious. Turbo Man. Okay, right. I'll slap that in. I'll slap it in here, just sticking out of the dirt, over by his foot. And then what else can we do? We'll look them up as we go. We get ideas in the chat. It's 9:20 in the morning, and you're watching movies. Or is it like to keep the cravings away or something? You need to just focus on something so you don't smoke. Yeah, he did Bad Taste with aliens and then Brain Dead with zombies. Ah, but Bad Taste is very rough. Brain Dead is like genius. Yeah, I've never seen Brain Dead. I'll have to check it out. Oh, you're vaping instead of smoking. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's like you're substituting, you know, cigarettes for like. I know, like, this is basically just my opinion. You know, I don't have any solid, like, it's not like I can show you the scientific evidence, but like, look, I'm telling you now, Margie, that's a bad idea. Don't stop smoking and then start vaping, especially at your age. I wouldn't advise it at all. Iron Man Barrow, Griffu, welcome to Paintingu. They're coming to get you, Barbara. I'm still on vape because of the gesture habit. Well, yeah, get one of those fucking get one of the fake cigarette things that like has like an air in it or something, like, you know, the air flavor thing or whatever. Like, don't fucking get vapes, man. It's so bad for you, like. Seriously, like I have like anecdotal fucking evidence, but like, I have like anecdotal. Can you have anecdotal evidence? It's like not the same thing. Like, it's like fucking. I suppose it is a form of evidence, like narrative evidence or some shit like that. But it still is just opinion, you know. Like, you're probably not gonna listen to me, but like, you probably should, kind of thing. Vape is the best substitute to quit. Oh, that sounds like such a load of bollocks. I don't inhale. So you just literally need something to suck on? Buy a fucking soother. Just like when nobody's looking, just take out a Dodie and just be... just like... chew on fucking... I don't know, like... There has to be some kind of, like, healthy... Like, well, not that there is. There obviously is, but, like... I don't know. You don't... I know it's bad. Well, that's what I mean. You know it's fucked up. So, like, I know the cravings suck, but, like, do something healthy. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, fucking, like, ice. What really worked for me for a while was, like, you know, it's also a conscious thing. It's like, do you actually want to quit versus, like, so on and so forth. But, like, um, I just ate, like, I ate way more. I just snacked. Like, have a healthy snack if you get, like, cravings. Like, do you know what I mean? Just do something. Like, vaping to not smoke is, like, quite honestly, retarded. I get where you're coming from, where they're like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and then, but, like, you're gonna have to, like, what kind of vape? I'm assuming the vape you have has nicotine in it, yeah? It gets in my blood, but my lungs are okay. Maybe as bad as phenylphalaline. Phenylphalaline? What the fuck? I drink beer to quit vodka. Like, yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, start chewing tobacco. I've never done chewing tobacco. I don't know what it tastes like, so I don't have an opinion on that now. Like, if you start chewing tobacco though, like, you're gonna end up spitting a lot. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that's like no nicotine since 1 week here. So what are you vaping then? Is it just like is it just like bubblegum flavored water? Even then, that's still like, I think that fucks you up, man. Maybe it doesn't. I could be wrong. But, like, I've seen so much shit. And then, like, my younger sister, she's 9 years younger than me, she did the same thing, and she said that her lungs were in bits within weeks. And, like, you know, everybody reacts to things differently, so you have to take that into account. And don't get me wrong, all the stuff about vaping being really dangerous to you, there's a small chance that a lot of it is propaganda, because, like, maybe the same companies that, like, I would assume the same companies that own the major nicotine and smoking and you know, the nicotine plus patches and all, like, it's all owned by the same people. Propylene glycol, yeah, like, that's a form of, like, what even is that? Hold on, propylene glycol. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna fucking, like, I'm gonna scare and shame the fuck out of you by looking into this shit. Propylene glycol. Some people have a allergy to it, so that's vegetable glycerin. Dude, it literally looks like the sort of shit that you'd clean floors with. Like, what the fuck? You can just buy this stuff? That's crazy. Okay, give me 2 seconds. A synthetic liquid substance that absorbs water. Propylene glycol is also used to make polyester. It's used to make It's like polyester compounds? That's like fucking plastic. And as a base for de-icing solutions. Like, what the fuck? It's used by the chemical, food, and pharmaceutical industries as antifreeze. Generally recognized as safe. Yeah, okay. An average intake of 23 milligrams of body weight to be safe for persons 2 to 65 of... Yeah, fuck off. No way. And if the American government says something's safe, they're generally lying. Look what's in the food and shit. That's crazy. Why is propylene glycol banned in Europe? Yeah, that's mad. So your guys' vapes actually have like you're like smoking a form of chemical like cleaner or plastic or inhale. Well, oh, I don't inhale. Damn, that's insane. So what's in the European vapes? If that's banned in Europe, then what's in the European vapes? What is in European vapes? Is vaping in Europe different from the US? Boil down, the big difference between Europe and American attitudes to e-cigarettes is that in Europe, e-cigarettes are viewed as a way of helping wean smokers off tobacco, while in the US, the focus is on preventing young people from taking up vaping in the first place for fear of them graduating to smoking. That's not what I was asking. Yeah, what are the fucking ingredients? Because if propylene glycol is banned in Europe, then what's in the European vapes? What percentage of nicotine? Or do they just they probably have it less, like they probably have it like they just fucking decrease the amount in it or something like. E-cigarettes ingredient must be of high purity, and e-cigarettes should deliver the same amount of nicotine. That's crazy. So on the one hand, they're like saying, "Well, this is illegal because it's dangerous," but then on the other hand, they're like, "But it should still simulate the sensation of smoking tobacco, like because that's the whole point." Like that's mad. Like it's crazy how people make excuses to fuck themselves up. Like, and like, don't get me wrong, like I still fucking like the like I smoke rollies, like do you know what I mean? So like I know I'm fucking myself up a bit, but like that's crazy. Like you use pipe tobacco to make your cigarettes? Damn, that's harsh. Jesus, Margie, you're like hardcore in a bad way. Like I used to grow tobacco. It's too much work. How is growing tobacco too much work? People are lacing pot with bad shit too. Yeah, I've heard the like the weed culture has drastically shifted in the past 10 years. Yeah, I know that the fucking components in cigarettes are like crazy as well. I'm not saying they're not, like, do you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, it's like, where's the logic or practicality or like pragmatic behavioral change in going like, all right, well, cigarettes do X, Y, and Z and have these like 73 fucking chemicals that are known to cause cancers and all this fucking shit. But so I'm gonna instead inhale this substance, which also has like all of these fucking like, and it hasn't been out as long. So I guarantee you that like in the next 10 years, they're gonna come out with a load of stuff that's like, oh yeah, so the long term effects of vaping and shit like this are like really like, what about the popcorn lung thing? Like, there's fucking all sorts of like weird new shit that, because it's a completely different substance, so it's got its own like people having like allergic reactions to it and shit and all. Like, it's fucking mad. Like don't get me wrong, it's always the same when a new kind of technology or substance is introduced into the populace, that there's like some mad shit. Like, do you ever see that fucking like 5 hour energy drink company run by that Indian dude? And it's like this like it kind of looks like Coca Cola, where it's just this like dark brownish blackish like liquid. It was called 5 Hour Energy, and like they were getting sued by a ton of people because like lots of people were dying of heart attacks and shit, like because it's just got an insane caffeine content and all this stuff, like. And then even then, like you could like you make the argument that it's like, yeah, well, it says on the label that like don't exceed this amount or whatever like that, or maybe it doesn't. It probably just says recommended daily allowance. But the way they legally argue that, like, well, we did tell you that there's like a high caffeine content, like so would you drink 28 cups of coffee? No, I don't think you would. So like, but still, like like, don't get me wrong, it's not uh a producer's or a creator's or like a manufacturer's or like an individual's responsibility to deal with the consequences of the consumers being utter retards. If your consumers are retards, that's not your fault, unless you're like actively uh aiding in their retardation, which is the thing that like I when I look at like who's in control and what they're doing and why and all this shit, I'm like, you say, you could look at it from the like, if you have the eyes to see and if you have the right mindset and like you behave with honor, then you can figure your way through it, which is like, all right, yeah, cool, I get that. But when you tip the scales so far uh to the point where like most people don't even have a fighting chance, um which is why they get addicted to drugs, which is why they watch fucking like, do you know what I mean? It's like it doesn't seem fair in a lot of ways. Like metaphysically, I can, and like on a spiritual level, I'm like, yeah, it's totally fair. You have free will, everything's a choice, right? But in this, like, this isn't a metaphysical realm, and like this paradigm is obviously controlled by people who have like killed a load of people, done some dirty shit, fucking like, admitted to committing genocides and all this bollocks. Like, so like there is an argument to be made that like the people who have worked their way to the top are a bunch of murdering psychopaths who shouldn't be trusted, and they lie all the time. So like, sure, life in general is fair, but living in this man-made paradigm is completely rigged against you. Like, that's pretty obvious. Like school, the medical, like all of it, it's completely rigged in somebody else's favor. It's designed to keep you down. It's like that communistic fucking like, oh look, something's growing. It's like, why'd you do that? Oh well, everything needs to be equal. Well, if everything's equal, then there can be no growth. Yeah, well, they all equally grow at the same time. That's not like, that doesn't work. Like, it's completely unrealistic. It's crazy. It's just completely fucking rigged. Like, I only smoke pot or opium. I completely believe that. I can totally imagine Griff just sitting in his big metal bath outside his house, fucking just with an opium pipe. They banned Fireball in Finland because it has that in it. Because it has what in it? The propylene glycol shit? The crazy thing is to start smoking for stars. Well, yeah, no. I mean, like, as a habit, probably. Um, but like, there's all sorts of arguments where like, moderate use of just tobacco. Like if you were growing your own tobacco and you used it moderately, there's lots of benefits. It's kind of like that. Like if you take something that's like typically like, like snake venom or something. Like there's people who get wasp stings on their back, cause like it won't kill you. It'll hurt like a fuck, but it actually promotes healthy blood flow, and it can like eliminate other fucking like, it can like supercharge your nervous system because the fucking concentrated like the type of venom it is like, so it'll hurt like a cunt. But like, that's kind of where I'm at in life now, where I'm like, I see the benefit of the stress and the pain and like so on and so forth. But again, that's why I would argue, where I look at the system and it's like, so you cause all this one, like, this like widespread misery where like everybody's on fucking drugs and, you know, clawing up the fucking like wall of the bucket and all, while they're being dragged down by, their peers and shit. It doesn't seem like it's a wheat from chaff thing. It seems like it's like cattle, and it seems like somebody out there like really doesn't like us. Like, you know what I mean, is like actively trying to fuck us up but there is obviously the evidence, like the blatant evidence that like a lot of people are retarded and make poor choices. Like, obviously, yeah, like, do you know what I mean, personal accountability, all that shit. But there is also a lot of people who've been deceived and this and that and the rest, and it's like like the argument that like, well, you should be so aware and enlightened and educated and like prepared for how fucked up and predatory and deceptive life is. It's like, what? Like if we're raised with a bunch of lies and then we figure it out, like, do you know what I mean? It's like, so that's your evidence that from the get go, only certain people will make it out alive, or like make it out with their soul intact. Um, like, I don't think that's fair at all. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you don't even get to start with a baseline of like, okay, so these 10 things are like definitely true, so work from there. No, like, you literally get told from like the time you're a child that like things about Santa Claus and space and dinosaurs and all this shit that like they openly admit is either fucking theory, not fact, or lies, but they have a really good excuse. Like, you know, it's all bullshit. Like, it's all fucking bullshit. Like, which is why it's so easy to see why a ton of people have just lost their fucking minds. You know, it's hilarious to me how like, you know, it's all like it's like the opposite of the Assassin's Creed mantra, where it's like nothing is true, everything is permitted. It's like everything is true, just depends on what perspective you're looking at it from. You know, like it's true from that perspective. But the perspective that I try to take in life is like not my individual, personal, limited perspective. I try to use my intellect and my imagination to see the world from a third person's perspective so that I can see my own behavior and criticize it as objectively as possible. So like, and like I've heard it's like that where it's like, you know, like fucking, you know, the only idea that 60% of the population doesn't even have an imagination and shit, like, or like they don't have an internal monologue, or like they can't have an argument with themselves or something, like, you know, which I think is fucking crazy, you know. Nobody ever said vape is good to quit cigs. Make it easy. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong. Look, whatever works for you. I just speak my mind, you know. Um, I can't afford cigarettes. How fucking expensive do cigarettes get? No, don't get me wrong. Tobacco's after getting pretty expensive. Yeah, like Mayhem Macy's right. Like, they want you to be retarded. Like, and that's what I mean. Is like that's why so many people like are like ragging on the Jews lately and stuff like that. Like, you know, like, and I agree with Owen's take of like, you know, the meta of like, no, it's the behavior and it's not just them. But the reality is that like their culture is based on like really fucked up shit. Like, like if it even tells you in the Bible that like, you know, all the Christians weren't allowed to do usury, so the Jews showed up and were like, well, we'll do it for you. like like either way, it's like, do you know what I mean? It's like if it was the Christians who turned around to the Jews, it's like, look, we're not allowed to do usury, so will you do it for us? If you were the Jews and the Jews were good people, they would have been like, no, do your own usury. But they weren't. They were like, yeah, we'll do usury for you. So like, no matter what way you look at it, like, their culture's fucking insane. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it, like, in that aspect, like, forget the whole reading backwards and shit. Like, I know that's like a fucking like, you could argue that's a subjective thing. It's like you can read either direction, but like, I don't know, man. Like, it's almost like that whole ideology and religion and shit is like designed to be like inverted and fucked up and shit. Like, do you know what I mean? Like the whole matriarchal shit. Like, 10 plus dollars in Minnesota a pack. Like 12 actually, I think, for like 20 cigarettes. I smoke rollies, so you get 30 grams, but it's €26 now. €26 for 30 grams. So that's like what? That's over that's is it just under €1 a gram. Which I suppose you could argue that like a gram of tobacco is enough for a cigarette. Like, it's just comparatively, it's crazy when you used to be able to get tobacco for like 12.50 or something. Like, and that's in my lifetime. I used to smoke Belmonts. Ooh, look at you. You could like, I used to smoke Belmonts is another way of saying you used to kill vampire hunters. If anybody knows their Castlevania lore. Um, and like all the taxes you pay goes rather to Ukraine than you and infrastructure. I know, like, do you know what I mean? It's like on the one hand, the government is an entity that essentially provides a service to a fallen people, but at the same time, it's not, because it is like the Matrix. It's like a lot of people have been born into this paradigm and are only figuring out at like the age of 25 or some shit when your frontal lobes start fucking like you may have like some suspicions like I was when you're a teenager. You're like, I don't know, I mean, like, I have, oh, you have a problem, I'm the type of guy they would have described as like, he has a problem with authority. And it's like, fucking right, I have a problem with authority. The people with the authority are fucking retarded and insane and a bunch of liars and hypocrites and like emotional children and stuff and all. Like, you expect me to, you you expect me with what little fucking intellect and moderate awareness that I have, especially at a teenager's age, to be like, oh no, yeah, like I trust their judgment. No, fuck no, like, like, it's fucking wild. Like, he has a problem with authority, and then you look at what the authority does, and you're like, yeah, I'm not surprised he has a problem with authority. Like, think of the savings, hand rubbing ensues. I know, like, no matter what way you look at it, it's like, oh well, the Christians asked them to do it, yeah, and they did it. If somebody asks you to fucking, I can't kill people. Would you mind killing this person for me? You're now a murderer. You're now a fucking sword for hire. You kill people for money. It's not exactly moral. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I know the whole idea of being a mercenary is kind of cool and shit, but like, think about what you're actually doing. People pay you money and you kill people, and you don't care about the why, because the why for you is pieces of paper with ink on it. That's fucking wild. There's no honor in that. There's no fucking honor in that. That's fucking wild, like, So if you turn around to a group of people, and you probably did turn around to this group of people because you knew they would say yes. You're like, alright, we're not allowed to do usury. Those fuckers will do usury, though. Yeah, but their society is fucking decrepit and degenerate and insane. Yeah, but they'll do usury for us. It's like, you can't use the thing, like, that is hypocritical behavior. You can't make a fucking a set of rules to abide by. We don't do this, we don't do that, we don't do this, we don't do that. But if we get someone else to do it for us, that's like fucking, that is the behavior that they do. Like, do you know what I mean? Isn't that why you kick them out? It's fucking insane. Like, I was talking about savings of not smoking. What have I done? I know, like, I would love to grow my own tobacco though, but it fit in. What's a tabernacle? A tabernacle's an actual thing, isn't it? How are you, Emmanuel? You well? It's kind of in your name, Emmanuel. You're a man and you're well. Oh, right. Fucking tunes. I'm gonna get this show on the road instead of me just sitting here rambling. The worst killer I know must have like 100 kills. The worst killer I know must have like 100 kills. What do you mean by that, Arunk? Like, I'd say there's loads of soldiers that got way more than 100 kills. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, but they're a soldier though. Yeah, it doesn't mean they're not a killer. Like, the word comes from the Latin. Look at we Corbear used to do this for us, where I'd go, "What does that mean?" and then immediately put it in the chat. The word comes from the Latin tabernaculum for tent. Later, it came to mean a place Jews worship. Oh, that's why I've heard it before. Yeah, like Christians worshiping in it. So A tabernacle is a Jewish church. It's a holy place. I mean civilian. The worst killer I know must have like 100 kills. You know a civilian that has a fucking kill death ratio of 1 to 100? Where do you live, Orunk? Do you live in one of those places where it's like, oh yeah, I know that guy. He's like killed a load of people and all. Like, like oh. What a shit name for a place of worship. Like, don't get me wrong, church isn't great either, but like, not per. Oh, you just know of him. What's the? Are you on about that fucking? You want? You're not talking about the. Who's that lad that killed all those teenagers on that island? Was he like He was like Norwegian, Swedish, or something. And he like showed up on that island and murdered all those teenagers with like a UMP-45 or some shit. I'm just in from work. The kids had a blast today painting zombies. Oh, that's nice. That's very wholesome. France? It's like some dude in France. What? Because the civilians killed all the aristocrats, kind of thing. Oh god. Right. Where's my sip? Ugh. So how long do you think it's going to take you, Margie, before you're actually going to pay for the painting goo that you said you would pay for? Give me a ballpark of how long I have to wait for your old ass to be able to give me the money you said you would give me. I'm talking that a civilian will get busted way before a politician will. Ah, you say that though. You look at fucking Hillary Clinton and all, like, you know, you fucking. Oh well, sorry. Yeah, I get what you mean. Like a civilian will get caught before a politician does. Well, no. Again, you say that though, and like, you never know. I think a lot of those CSI shows and stuff like that is to like, you know, intimidate people into like, oh well, like I can't kill anyone because I'll get caught. Like. I'd say there's a few guys out there who have like ended a lot of lives and fucking just like they're just so good at it. There's no way you're gonna catch them. Like, because typically you think of people like, you know, stabbing or beating somebody to death or choking them or like hitman shit. But the hitman shit that people generally don't think of is like poisoning and like making something look like an accident and getting them to self-suicide because you have some kind of, you know, leverage. You know, like there's all sorts of way to get rid of someone, you know, mafia style, without actually just like straight up killing them, you know. So like, I mean like you could probably argue that fucking what's that Bill Gates, the Microsoft dude, you could probably argue that he's responsible for like a unbelievable amount of death. You know? Like, that's not how they frame it. They're like, oh, look at him, he's saving lives with access to abortion and vaccines and all this fucking shit. And then, like, you look into it and you're like, so, all the allergic reactions, all the fucking, what do they call them? The fucking, I'm probably, the fucking stream's probably going to get cut off now. What a waste of ammo. What's a waste of ammo? All the worst killers have been head of state. Maybe. Like I said, I mean, like you could have like a fucking, like if you look in the military and stuff like that, and it's like maybe the guy that made a particular pathogen or some shit is like actually the one who's responsible for an insane amount of death. Like, they're considered the worst killers. I gotta put money in PayPal and figure out how to change euros from my money. 22 euros from dollars. What do you mean 22 euros? You agreed to pay like 170 quid for this, yeah? Or were you just not paying attention and this is all a complete shit show, like? Um, Steve Buchanan? Look up Robert Picton, pig farmer. Yeah, like that's the shit I'm on about. Like, you know, where like you could just like a load of. That was one of the things I thought was so funny about what's that movie? Is it Snatch? Uh, Bricktop. What's that? Like fucking. I'm a horrible cunt, and he's got a pig farm and all. Like, you'll never fucking like it. Like legally, it will just be one of those things of like, well, he's just gone and we can't prove anything, and like, you know, legally we don't have any evidence. Like, it's all like you wouldn't be able to convict him, you know. It's all suspicion and speculation and rumor, and like can't actually hold him to it. Like, um, Stalin did way worse things than Picton. Look at Nizzy. But see, that's the thing as well. It's like, does the guy who give the orders actually hold the karmic response? Like, if I there's like 7 people watching now, so if I turned around and said some, like, you know, stupid shit, and then you guys went and did that stupid shit, am I actually responsible? I'm responsible for like influencing, you know, which you could make that argument, but like it's still you guys that, like, you know, like you're basically saying I'm the devil and I made you do it, where I'm not. You know, the devil can't make you do anything. You have free will. You have to do it yourself. So even if I turn around and go, do this horrible thing, and then you do the horrible thing, it's still you that did the horrible thing. I just told you to do something horrible. And I know that's like horrible. But the truth of the matter is thus. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, what I did was tell you to do something horrible. You actually did something horrible. So it's like, is Stalin like, you know, kill them all? And then they do actually kill them all. Imagine sitting there, he's just like, well, I didn't mean kill them all. Like, yeah, I meant kill some of them. Most of them. Like, I can imagine a lot of situations where they're like, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that, and like, you know, like, we should do this and like march forth and do this and all, like, and he's like, yeah, and then it happens and they're like, oh fuck, I did, like, you know, like, the worst things I've ever heard are government stuff. Typically, yeah. I mean, like, a meth head fucking sticking a baby in a microwave is pretty fucking horrific. But it's the scale, you know? If, like, people, like, a whole load of people starve to death or genocide. Well, starving to death, I don't know. I mean, like, whole, like, there was, like, signs reminding people to not eat their children and stuff. Like, I don't know, like, the dependency victimhood shit is fascinating, because when you look at, like, what did you actually do, you know? Because, like, if you found yourself in a situation where there was nothing to eat or drink for miles, and you knew that for a fact, so, like, you have to, like, travel to get to live, because you've only got a matter of days and there's nothing around. I just don't, like, I just don't see that as a reality. Like, if you have a whole fucking place and, like, you know, the government collapses, chaos, okay, so it's Mad Max post-apocalyptic style, where, like, there's gonna be cartels and gangs and, like, warlords and, like, you know, people with their own law, and it's all gonna be scattered and chaotic. But then there's still stuff there. Like, look at the amount of fucking, and the whole idea of, like, a whole crop, like, getting covered with some kind of blight. It's like, all right, so you don't have any potatoes. You can't, like, there's the same blight after, like, fucking up the cabbages. Like, that never made any sense to me, and I'm Irish. We all got told, it's like, oh, the potato famine wiped out so many of us. Like, people fled the island. It's like, just because there was no potatoes. That's hilarious. That's not horrifying and traumatic. That's fucking retarded. That to me, like, you're basically saying it's like, okay, well, there's no potatoes, so we're all dead. What? You're all dead because there's no potatoes? What the fuck? Like, cabbages, carrots, fucking rabbits, fucking like, there's tons of shit everywhere. Nuts, berries, fucking like, the list is almost endless of like the amount of abundant shit you could eat. Like, no, all the potatoes are gone. You know, it was our main food source. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make any sense at all. Like, somebody has a paid for paintingu. Glorious. Ah, Staburo-sama. If you cannot pay for a paintingu, if you can't pay for a paintingu, then pay for paintingu. Yeah, definitely. Like, am I the only one that thinks it's funny that Margie's like hasn't replied? Something about 22 euros from dollars. Like, what the fuck? I don't know. Like, I don't know. I might ban Margie. Because like, I am being extremely cool with the behavior. 2 days ago, you said you would buy the painting, and I was up straight with it. I said it all. It's like, it's not hard to fucking. I'm not speaking a different language, even when I'm speaking Japu. I did. No, I mean, like, what was the thing about 22 euros? Like, I asked the question. Do you know that you agreed to spend like $170? Because like that's you were like, I can do that and all, like, blah blah. Like, where's the? Like, you do realize that this is how I make a living. You know, I sell art. I'm a painter. So if you tell me 2 days ago, yeah, I'm gonna buy a painting, I'll contact you on Instagram. Cool. You didn't do that. Oh yeah, I'm gonna buy it. Like, and then yesterday I was like, yeah, get in touch with me. Like, and you were like, yeah, you know, totally. You didn't. You know. So like, how do you expect me to be like, oh, I'm sure it's fine. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, seriously, like, either pay like. Fucking Deirdre coming in. You must have paid for paintingu or you haven't on it. Indeed, like, yeah, like I said the lowest I could go was $170 because of the postage. You know. I know I did say the lowest I could go was $150, but it's like 2 seconds after I said that, it was like, actually no, the lowest I could go was an extra 20 quid because of the postage, because I also take that into account. You know, and that was 2 days ago. And you said you'd contact me and you didn't, like, you know. So, like, I'm trying to be cool here, but at the same time, it's like, that's not honorable behavior. That's not a cool thing to do to someone, to be like, yeah, I'll buy that off you for like 100, like over, like nearly 200 quid. That's a decent chunk of money. This is how I make a living. And 48 hours later, you still haven't sent the money. You haven't told me how you're going to send the money. You haven't contacted me at all. I have been with my girlfriend that her son had a wreck and taking Hubby to hospital. Been busy, hun. Yeah, I get that. But it literally takes 5 minutes to just send me a message. You know? I'm not accusing you of anything other than what has happened. You haven't contacted me or told me what the crack was. I sent you a message on Instagram saying, let me know what the story is. Do you want to send it over PayPal? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? Like, and you've kind of just blown me off a bit, like, you know. I get it. You're busy. You got your own life. You got shit to do and all, like. Oh, Runk. I know. I've dealt with far worse than this. That's why I'm trying to be nice, you know. I've had people straight up try to scam me out of 200 quid. Oh, will you paint my pet dogs for my daughter? Sure, dude, no problem. I went out and I got canvases and fucking like the fact that there's people out there like this is actually insane, right? So I think this was like sometime last year. A guy contacted me and said that he would love to pay me for me to commission me to paint his daughter's dogs, and sent me photos of 2 dogs, these like little Pomeranian looking things. The whole thing seemed totally legit until he started to tell me that he has a premium version of PayPal, and I need to send him $200 so that he can send me $250 back or some shit. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, do you know what I mean? And then he accuses me of trying to scam him, and then gaslights me and calls me a dickhead and all this shit. Like, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't fucking believe it. Like, there are people out there that deserve to have their throat slit. They do. There's no two ways about it. There's people out there that deserve to be executed for their behavior. And for years now, we don't even, like, now England's letting people out of prison. But he's a convicted rapist. Yeah, but we don't have the room. Well, fucking kill him then. You know? Mad shit, like. Mad shit. I've been scammed. I've been fucked around. People have told me that they're gonna do this and then they just disappear. You know, like, it's fucking crazy. That's why there's like 4 or 5 mods on this chat, is because like I have like a group of people who are like real and I know them and they're legit, you know. I sold my skate online and the guy blasted my ratings because the package was too big, and he added in the comment, it's normal because it's Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, I get where you're coming from. Like, fucking, but that's why I said I'm trying to be cool. Do you know what I mean? I know that like this is how it is, you know, but it's like, dude, when you're like, when this is how you're making a living, and you spend hours and hours on shit, and like, don't get me wrong, I've had like only a few weeks ago, you know, like I did fucking like Demon Hunter Bear in the chat, um, Demon Hunter Bear in the chat. His girlfriend fucking commissioned me to do a cartoon painting of 2 of their cats, and they paid me like fucking, what was it, $200 for it or some shit, like, I can't remember. It's not like I don't have successes. That's why I'm doing this. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm doing this because I'm good at it and people like it and people like the shit and all, like, but like I kind of had to address it because Margie's in the chat, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I can't just be like, you know, oh, that's okay. It's like, no, it's not. Like, fucking, like, follow up. Do you know what I mean? And like, that's why I'm being nice, Orunk, you know, is because I like Margie. She's been in the chat. She's cool. She's offered to buy a painting. Cool. But it's been 2 days and no contact. Not cool. You know? Not cool at all. So like, I'm trying to approach the situation in a calm and chill manner. But like, I have every right to be angry and like frustrated and fucking all sorts of shit. Like, I see it now, Margie. I see you on Instagram now. But it is what, like, it is what it because you're right, Orunk. Like, you know, that's just how it is. Well, then this is how I have to be as a result. If you come here and you hang around on PEINTEINGU and you're in the chat and you enjoy this shit, you know, then like, be good back to me, you know. I let you like say all, like, you know, I could be like, I could have all sorts of ways fucking of dealing with this that are way worse. I'm a super chill dude until somebody, like, you know, kind of fucks me over. And I've been fucked over a lot, you know. So I do have, like, I have very little. I actually don't, when you think about it. I mean, like, if somebody says they're going to buy something off you and then they don't get back to you for 2 days, I think I'm being pretty chill about this, considering this is how I make a living, you know. Margie, I'm not even saying that I have to have it now. That's why I asked you to text me on Instagram, because I'm like, let me know what your situation is. You're like, I've even charged you less because I was like, you know, if you can't do 200, I can do, I can do less or whatever like that, because I'm fairly fucking chill with this, like, you know. But it's just communication, you know, communication. Be like, I need a week to get the money together. Fuck it. Even if you need a month to get the money together, I don't give a fuck. Just tell me, you know. If you tell me you're gonna buy something and then I message you, and then you don't look at it, you don't reply, no nothing, and then I know I'm looking on Instagram right now. I know, Margie. I'm like, I'm not I'm not accusing you of being a horrible person or anything, but this is how it has to be if this is how it's going to function. Is like, if you make contact in the chat and you're like, oh yeah, I'll buy that, you know, like, then get in contact. Don't like leave me hanging for fucking 2 days so I haven't got a clue what's going on. You know, like I've ordered tubes to send the thing to you. So like the second you, like, well, not the second, but like the day you said you were buying the thing off me, I spent my own money that I have fuck all of right now, so that I can get the thing to you. You know. The last thing I wanted is make an old lady cry, so relax. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, it is what it is. When you say that, like, if you walked up to, if this was in real life and I was doing this out of my house, and you like walked past my house and then you said, like, you know, like, you probably, in that scenario, you probably would be like, oh, I'll get back to you soon or whatever. But like, you can, like, you've proven that you can literally just get on Instagram and have a look. It takes 5 minutes. That's all it takes. You know, just, you could have turned around to me and been like, look, I need a few days to get the money together, and I would have hit you back and been like, that's fine, see you on the stream. But because you left me hanging, I'm like, what the fuck, you know? And that's not me being like aggressive or like, you know, being a dick. If you keep telling me to chill out. Alright, okay. Okay, fair enough. Like, okay, you guys are telling me to chill out, like. That's hilarious. That's actually gas, like. That's mad, like. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. You're missing the point. You're missing the fucking point. Fucking telling me to chill out, like. No, that's not happening. That's not fucking happening. Like, I'm cool with Margie. I'm going to send you a picture of me crying. Oh, Margie. Like, you're the one that needs to chill out. I haven't accused you of doing anything, you know, overtly wrong. So, like, well, the elf didn't scam me. He was just being a total nutcase. But, like, you're not gonna fucking tell me to, like, chill out, dude. Chill out, dude. Like, what the fuck? Fuck off. Don't be telling me to chill out, like. Like, I know I'm right. Like, yeah, they are totally trolling you now. No, they've been banned from the chat. Fuck them. Like, Margie's still here. Margie, you're still here. You're still welcome. You haven't told me to chill out. You know? You even apologized. That's fine. You and me are cool, Margie. But I had to address it. I had to be like, what's going on? Like, what's the crap? Like, what's the crack, as we say in Ireland? Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, and this fucking Orunk chap being like, 2 days for $170, chill the fuck out. I literally have been chill. I didn't start the stream with like, see you, Margie, where the fuck's my money? Do you know what I mean? I didn't do that. I didn't. I was talking, I'm totally fine, but I had to address it because this is my business and you guys are speaking to me directly. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I will. Like Margie, don't be upset. I'm not like, I don't think you're a cunt. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think you're a horrible person. But I had to address it as like you can go back and watch the fucking, like, I know for a fact I was just like, look, you said you were, what's the story? You said you were going to talk to me on Instagram. You haven't, like, what's the crack? And then you said you've been busy. So I'm like, okay, you know, it only takes 5 minutes to get on your phone, but like, fair enough. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, I'm just being real with you. I'm not being a dickhead. You're the one that said you would buy something off me and you didn't get back to me for 2 days. I'm not the one being a dick. But I'm also not calling you out like being like you're being a cunt, like, you know. You're still here. You're still in the stream, Margie, because you're not like, oh, chill out or whatever. Or Runk and fucking Mayhem Macy can go fuck themselves. Telling me to chill out. Oh, chill out. Leave her alone. I'm not fucking... You'd swear I was sitting here being like, fuck you, you old bitch. No, not at all. Quite the opposite, actually. I spent the first half of the fucking stream totally fucking chill. Totally fucking grand, like, you know. Broached the subject. Was just straight with you. You know. So, like, telling me to fucking chill out, like. Tell you, man, the audience on YouTube sucks for the most part. It's like a lot of people say that, and I've like seen I've seen fucking evidence of it. Like, the fucking audience on YouTube sucks, except for you, Margie. You're cool. Yeah, you just send it through PayPal. The link's in the description. Just send it through PayPal, Margie. It's okay, you know. You haven't, like... My intention was to not make an old lady cry. But at the same time, I can't just be like, I'm sure it'll be fine. Like, I don't know you. I can't just like put my financial trust in someone I haven't got a clue who it is. Like, do you know what I mean? So, like, I mean, even the people who know me, the second, like, you know, when they're turning around, it's like, oh yeah, I'll buy that. Boom, within 24 hours, it's done. Because that's like, unless there's extenuating circumstances, which you could have just turned around to me and be like, oh, it'll get me a week to get that together. Yeah, it's totally cool. You just have to say it. Because if you don't say it, because we don't know each other, and because there's no contact, I just have potentially $170 just floating around the ether now. You know? Which, like, I can't run a business like that, like, you know. If you're going to pay for painting you, then pay for painting you. And you don't have to buy a painting you. You can just put a tip in the jar, you know. I can't believe that. Well, I can believe, but like, it's I'm a bit surprised at the other two little bitches telling me to chill out. Like, Arunk and Mayhem, like, here, chill out, leave her alone. Like, fuck off. Margie's a grown woman; she can handle her fucking self. She's got kids and stuff. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I haven't like verbally assaulted her. I haven't like called her names. I haven't fucking said. I've just been real. I've just been like, you said you were gonna buy the painting. What's going on? Because it's been 2 days. You know? What? A Runk would fucking like... He's probably some bitch-ass little pussy who'd be like, oh, I don't want to rock the boat and I don't want to upset them because they might not give me the money then. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, so what? You just wait fucking 2 weeks for some shit to, like, happen or something? Like, no, like, you fucking... You gotta deal with it, like. You gotta fucking deal with it. And my intention was not to upset you, Margie, or make you feel, you know... I just wanted to know what the story was. The other two can go fuck themselves, telling me to chill out. Like, chill out, man. Fuck you. You'd swear I was like if if you think that me that, like, everything that I've just said in the past, like, 20 minutes requires me to chill out. You are weak. You are a bitch. You're the type of person that can't handle, like, a raised voice, a stern comment, a fucking, like, you're a fucking weak little bitch. If you saw what I want a bleeding painting now. What one do you want? Or do you want me to paint something for you? Um I'm not gonna put up with certain shit, you know? And I'm not saying Margie, fucking did something I needed to put up with it. Like, Margie didn't get in contact with me for 2 days after she said she was gonna buy a painting. That's frustrating for me because I'm like, what's going on? I'm preparing to send you a painting, you know? Which is why I asked her to get in contact with me on Instagram so we could sort out the details. She didn't do it for 2 days. So I'm like, what the fuck's happening? In the world of business, not replying for 48 hours when you've said that you're going to do, that's not exactly honorable. Do you know what I mean? Now, I understand life gets in the way and so on and so forth. But it only takes fuck all time, like Margie just proved, to, like, while she's watching me, she's probably on her phone and then, like, went on fucking Instagram and just sends me a message. And all I had to be was like, I can give you the money now. I can give you the money later. It's going to take me a month to get the money together. I don't care. Everything's fine. Just communicate. Like Emmanuel communicating that he wants a painting. What kind of painting? Like, do you want one of the painting goods that you've seen, or do you want me to paint you something? Ugh. I actually think that's hilarious. Like, fucking Mayhem and fucking Orunk are like, leave her alone. Shut up, you fucking bitches. Oh my god, like, leave her alone. Oh, you're being mean. Shut the fuck up. Like, that is hilarious to me. Like that's it's just the evidence of, like, your, like, that encapsulation of, like, that kind of reaction to what I said and how I said it and why I said it is crazy. That's some bitch ass behavior. It was only 2 days for $170. Like, dude, like, I do this for a living and I'm broke. I have to maintain, a certain level of, like, here, if you say this, then you should do this, like, It's kind of crazy to me. Like, it's hilarious how fucked up most people are. Like, not you, Margie. The other two wankers. The other two little bitches. I want you to paint my cat. That's hilarious. His name is Psychotic Kitty. You have to make up a story of what you think he's up to. That's hilarious. He's a white cat. Do you actually have a white cat called Psychotic Kitty, or are you trolling me now? Are you trolling me now, Emmanuel? Is that what's happening? Hey, yo, Three Thought, you're my boy Blue. You're my boy. Three Thought is meme legend. Three Thought's cool. Three Thought's been around a while. He's cool. I'm pretty sure Three Thought was the one that bought that little. Yeah, it is. That behavior is something bears shed immediately. Like, like, and that's, like, you can tell. Like, none of you guys disagree with what I'm doing because that's how we work. You say you're gonna do something, you do it. If you're not, if there's something, if there's something you need to communicate, like, look, I know I said I'm gonna buy it, but I can't buy it now. I'm gonna buy it in a few days. I'm gonna buy it in a week. I'm gonna buy it in a month or whatever like that. Just say it. You know. Yeah, you're the one that Three Thought is the one that he bought the little wooden panel demon head thing. And you're crazy, man. Like, he was gonna buy that off me before, like, I did more to it and sent it to him because I felt like, I was like, there's no way you are paying that amount of money for something that I literally threw together in 5 minutes. Like that's a real nigga. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and that's what I only surround myself. I these days, like the last 5 years or so, that's one of the major transitions in my life. Is like I only make room in my life for people who are real and who have honor. Like it's not just a piss take, you know. The good, the true, the beautiful. If you don't pay for painting you don't have any honor. If you don't like, if you watch this and you enjoy it and you laugh and you have a good time in the chat, right? The least you could do is like, subscribe, and share. Because it's free. It's fucking free. Like, I do it. When I watch, like, I literally do it. When somebody's like, got good content. Like, I'm subscribed to fucking way too many on YouTube, people on YouTube. It's in the description of the stream, Margie. The link. It's in the description of the stream. How does that work actually? Can you click on it now? Because I actually don't know how that works right now. Hold on. How funny is that, looking yourself up on YouTube while you're live? That's always a real strange thing for me. Okay. Yeah, so Margie, if you press the more button, right? You see where it says, are you watching on your phone or a laptop? You watching on a phone or a laptop? Because there's a button. Well, not a button. The word ... more is under the title, and if you click that, it shows you where the links are. Because it also shows you the title of the stream. And then that's where all the links are. The one you're looking for is the first one, support the stream. You could just send it as a super chat and it'll go straight into my PayPal. It'll show up on stream that you've paid for the painting goo, and it'll just go straight into my PayPal or whatever. Like, well, I have to transfer it to my bank later, but that's whatever. Like, that's all you have to do, Margie. Just talk to me. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm watching you on iPad and Instagram on phone. Okay, so you're watching me on an iPad on YouTube. So yeah, there's like, you see the title, it says Painting You episode 228 Conanator, right? And then right below that it says 6 watching started an hour ago, and then ... more. If you press the more, you see all my links. And then click on the one that says streamlabs.com. I got a painting. It was amazing colors. Yeah, the one like. I still couldn't believe that you were like, yeah, that one. I was like, really? Like, fuck it out. But it shows you, like, it's like, art is subjective, you know? You never know what somebody's going to like, which is one of the reasons why I love doing this, is because we also never know what we're going to get, really, every time we do one. But yeah, like, just, you can write to me on Instagram or you can write to me on the chat, Margie. Whatever's more comfortable for you. If you don't want to see people what we're talking about or whatever, like, it's entirely up to yourself. You can just message me on Instagram and I'll talk to you on the I have the phone right here behind the canvas, like. Other than that, you can just stick it in the chat and I'll see it, obviously. Right. Bit loud. Right. Get the red. I will actually make, like, will I make the whole palette? Or do we even need it? I don't know. I completely forgot that thing was called Turbo Man. Hilarious. Fucking Turbo Man. What a shit name for a superhero. My motorcycle used to have no honor. It is gleaming with PEINTEINGU honor. Can't wait for the next symmetrical. Yeah, like I was on the phone to Iron Man Bear yesterday, and I was still it's after taking me a while to get the transfer onto that canvas. It's one of the most arduous parts of, like, I'll have to get some transfer paper or something, but like when I have the funds to like improve certain parts of my process, and like improve the efficiency of how I make it symmetrical, and then, like, you know, if I can, like, I don't know how I'm gonna, if I can possibly, like, get prints of that thing, because it's so big. I have to, like, take it into Limerick or, like, the, you know, the city in the next county over, see if they have a place there. Because otherwise I won't be able to turn it into stickers and stuff. Like, there's all sorts of logistics and shit, like, you know. Detergent Man keeps the city clean. Detergent Man. It's such a stupid looking superhero. It's actually hilarious. I hope you're okay, Margie. It was not my intention to upset you. That's so funny. Dude, chill out. Like, fuck off. Jesus Christ. People can't handle, like, even the slightest amount of, like, here, what's going on? You know, you said you'd do this, but it's been 2 days. Like, you know, what's the story? Like, you know, oh my god, but, like, so mean. Like, relax. I have to keep an eye on, like, especially over the internet, like, you know what I mean? Or Room being like, you know, oh, it is what it is. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I've had to deal with a lot of bullshit, and you gotta just get used to it, but you also need to have to, like, you need to, like, adapt and, like, prevent. You shouldn't just tolerate or put up with stuff that, like, you know, affects your business. Like, you should fucking, like, Like, speak up, say something, communicate, like, you know what I mean? Hilarious. It's actually hilarious to me. What other shit could we do? We put the Turbo Man toy in there. He's got the eraser, well, like my version basically of the eraser railgun. I'm trying to think of other like kind of iconic items. I could put the fucking I could put Predator's glaive sticking out of him somewhere. That might be cool. Or I could just put it on the ground here, maybe. I don't know. But like shit like that, like, you know. Shit that's real. Like the second you see it, you're like, oh, that's that thing from Thing. Yeah, he's got gold on his hands as well. It's such a stupid looking, like don't get me wrong, like that in the 1940s or 50s that probably would have been like really cool looking, like, you know, it's kind of a mix between Iron Man and the Flash. Oh! See? Ah, yes, it did come true, yes. Thank you, Margie. Your painting will be with you before the end of the month. And there'll be a few extra bits in with the package that I hope you enjoy. Uh, 155.43 came true. That's exactly how much came true. It was 155.43. And your message, I hope this goes through. Bless you, Margie. You have a much honor, Margie. It was really not my intention to upset you. I just wanted to know what was going on. I hope you are satisfied with your purchase. I'll check now. I'm looking at it right now. So 155.43 came through, but I'll check on my phone. Or can I? Is it on my phone? I'll check my laptop. The packaging is great as well. Ironclad. What, my packaging? Oh, it's fucking yeah, a fuckload of duct tape and cardboard. Like, it won't be this time though. It's a proper tube. Like, I'm gonna go get my laptop so I can confirm that Margie's payment thing. 2 seconds. Oh, defender ass. Okay. Doing admin work live on stream. Don't send any money until I confirm some things, you know? Don't be trying to, like, make up for it and be like, oh, I'll send you more. Like, just give me 2 seconds. As far as this is telling me, you sent me 179 14. You actually sent me $9 more and 14 cents than you needed to. So if I can, I'll send that back to you. Although I'm not sure how to do that. Send and request. You sent me too much, Margie. Send me $9 more than you needed to. Let's see if I can send that. Oh no, okay, hold on. What is this? Sorry. Give me 2 seconds. That's what it's worth. So what did you actually send me? Margie Oakley. 160. You sent me $160. Yeah, same. Don't worry about it. You sent me 160. Don't worry about it. It's all good. The extra 10 quid will fucking sorry, what am I saying? Like, it's only 10 quid off. It's only 10 quid off. Don't worry about it. I doubt it'll cost me that much to send you a tube, especially if it's only got paper in it. I learned real quick that sending a framed painting to somebody costs me a lot of money. Right. So now they go in tubes. Unless, of course, it's one of those wooden panel things. Domo arigato, Margiu, for your payment. Your patronage to Paintingu is most appreciated. Your Paintingu will be with you before the end of the month. It will be in the post sometime next week, and then it may take a week or two to get to you, depending on how it travels. Your account says 12396, so I'm really confused. Is that how much you have in your account? That could be it. Because I definitely got 160 off you. So do not send me any more money. Like, because unlike the majority of the fucking internet, I'm not here to scam people. And I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about that story I told about the other fucker. And it would appear Emmanuel Godson was also trying to troll me. Because he's just fucked off now. I want a painting now. I want me cat painted. Watch, he doesn't even have a cat. Do you even have a cat, Emmanuel? No, that says what I sent you. Well, you definitely sent me the right amount. As far as it tells me. As far as it's telling me, you sent me the right amount. You know? Well, technically you sent me 10 quid less, but that's okay. Like, I'm being told you sent me $160.52. So if you're being told you only sent me $123.96, that is a bit weird. But that's your end, so I don't know what to tell you. As far as I'm concerned, you've sent me the money. And I will send you your painting. You know? So I hope PayPal didn't, like, fuck something up on you or something. I don't know. I mean, if it's telling you that you only sent me 123, then you saved yourself 40 quid. Like, maybe you've a voucher on PayPal or something, I don't know. But I sent 170? Okay, now that's fucked. What the fuck? Perhaps Streamlabs has taken a cut of the payment or something? That's possible. It could be totally possible that you sent me exactly $170 and it's like somebody took a cut. It's totally possible. I haven't seen that happen. You know, people from America have sent me money before and I haven't seen like a disparity like that in between the money they sent me and the money I got. I haven't seen that happen before. Oh no, I'm gonna check the details of it. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. There's a $9. There's a $9 fee, which is crazy. Holy shit! It's a $9 fee on that. That's crazy. You did send me the exact amount, so there's not. You didn't do anything wrong. Don't start crying again. You've sent me the amount you said you would send me. That's all you need to know. Your honor is intact. The rest of it is my issue. Fucking PayPal fucking me. out of €9. A bit of flesh color for Turbo Man's turbo face. A little bit of fuck, I'll just do it with white. Don't always have to experiment. the other tub of acrylic now. The other stuff's way more liquid though, so I don't want to just like... I don't want to have a big tin of like really viscous, like heavy acrylic just sitting on the desk there to chat. The likelihood of it going all over the carpet would just make me paranoid as fuck. Confirmed Japanite. Yeah, like Margie's cool, you know? I just needed to know what the fuck was going on, like. The other two fucking spas. Hey, leave her alone, chill out, like, shut the fuck up. Yeah, it is weird the way it came up as 155 here. Because, like, she did send me the whole whack. You know? I'm after checking it and all, like. So unless Streamlabs fucking wants a cut of it too, like, I'd be fucking surprised, like. But she sent me the money, you know? So she's good, like. She definitely did send that amount. What happened in between, that's my problem. Painting good. Painting good. Painting good. Painting good. Oh, I fucking love this one. Bit of signals. Streamlabs pretending it's Uncle Sam. Like, nice payment you got there. I appreciate your involuntary contribution. Yeah, no, yeah. Well, like, you know, there is an argument for it. Like, you know, it's like, well, you're using our systems, you know, so any money that gets, like, it's a bit fucking, like, but if it's free, you're the product, you know, so I'm gonna make money off it. It's just, you would assume that how it works is, like, Streamlabs has contracts with, like, YouTube and so on and so forth, so that's how they make their money or something, like, but in various other ways. Not the whole, like, we take a cut. Just seems so, like, cartel-ish, like, you know. Paint. No, don't send more money, Margie. No. Thank you. You did exactly what you said you would do. Did it a bit late, but you did it. You sent me, I checked it on the laptop. You sent me $170, so it's all good. PayPal takes a cut, and then I think Streamlabs might have taken a cut as well. And that's my problem. That's nothing to do with you. So you're all good. You don't need to send me any more money. Your painting goo will show up in a few weeks, give or take. You're in Tennessee, so I'll get it in the post next week, Tuesday, Wednesday-ish. It should be with you before the end of the month. And there'll be a few extra bits in it. It'll have the painting goo, and then a personal thank you note from me, and then some extra bits. So yeah, I'll do the glaive. That's another iconic thing. I'll do the glaive. And what else can we do? Is there something iconic from Total Recall? Not really, is there? Apart from, like, what, Mars? Like, the unfolding mask thing? I don't know, like... Ah, Dick Fordu, welcome to Paintingu. No, you'll have to send me your address on Instagram, yeah. You can just send me your address on Instagram. And when I'm wrapping it up and stuff. I'll even if you'd like, when I'm actually posting it next week, like when I get the tubes and I'm posting it next week, I'll send you a photo on Instagram of it being posted. Okay. So if you just want to drop where you were texting me on Instagram, just drop your address in there, and I'll write it down. Do I have white here? I think I do. So that is pretty much gone. Total Recall had the glowing sinus tracking burger ball. Glowing sinus tracking burger ball. I don't remember that. I haven't got a clue what you're on about. Was it top? No, that was 6th day. I was about to say, the fridge that tells you that you're out of milk and you need to order more milk. I was in the 6th day. It was like, good morning, Richard. You're out of milk. Would you like to order more? And he just like clicks the screen and it's like, more milk ordered. Like, when that came out, people were like, oh my god, it's amazing. Like, oh. I'm wondering now, what the fuck is a glowing sinus tracking booger ball? Oh, booger ball, not burger ball. Glowing sinus tracking booger ball. What the fuck? They put something up his nose or something in that movie? I can't remember. You need like iconic shit, you know. Like the Turbo Man doll, like you just know it, like, you know. And I haven't even seen Jingle All the Way that many times, like. And in that same light, there's no like, not that I can think of, but what's known as like a thing, like the Predator's glaive. Like if I show you a Predator glaive, you're like, oh, that's Predator's glaive, you know, like, or the smart disc, or the wrist blades, or the shoulder cannon, or the, like, typically the thing you see most is obviously the mask. So I'm talking about the shit that, like, the second you see it, you know exactly what it is and you know what it's from. Conan's sword, the Terminator skull, I don't think there's anything from that movie Commando. You know, where his daughter gets kidnapped or something, like. I just got your address there, Margie, so I'll write that down, thank you. It'll be sometime next week when I'm posting it to you. And I'll send you a picture on Instagram when I'm sending it to you. Because the tubes I ordered will be here Monday. A little bit lighter. Lighter. Commando had the saw blade ninja star. Yeah, like, but that's like a moment, like, do you know what I mean? Like, if I show you like a circular saw blade, the first thing you think of isn't the movie Commando, is it? I mean, that's hilarious if it is, but like. Will I put Will I put the glaive sticking out of Arnold somewhere? Yeah, will I put it sticking out of his forearm or something, like he blocked it like this? So like, put one of the limbs coming out here, and then maybe like another limb, and then another limb, and another limb here, and then another limb there. I'm gonna get it up on the Google there. Predator glaive. Oh, so what do they call it then? Like, it is a glaive, but throwing glaive. Yeah, there we go. Predator. Yeah, there we go. It's like they did actually make it just a different version of the smart disc. But like I've heard, like that, like a throwing glaive is, they're both called glaives, because some, like, there is another form of glaive that's just like a double-bladed stick. Have you guys seen Krull? This is the first glaive I ever saw, was Krull. It's fucking deadly. Alright, so it has the centerpiece and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 limbs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the centerpiece here. So yeah, I'll do it that, like, this limb and this limb are actually stuck in his arm, like he blocked it. And then just do these out here. Hold on a minute. Ghostbusters Marshmallow Man. Yeah, but it's not. I mean, just from Arnie movies. Just from movies Arnold Schwarzenegger is in. Arnold Schwarzenegger wasn't in Ghostbusters, nigga. The only thing I remember from Commando that stands out is the 4-bar. That scene was kind of iconic, where she tries to fire it, like the instructions. Did you say Marshmallow Man is a piss take? Oh, I suppose you did say Ghostbusters first. Ghostbusters Marshmallow Man. Like, yeah, but like, totally iconic. Not the kind of iconic we're looking for right now. start naming all the iconic shit from movies ever. Like, The Crow was dark and amazing. Yeah, Arnold had to yank it out, and he was all like, "Oh!" I don't remember that bit. Oh, the metal ball up it. Oh, it's starting to come back to me, actually. Yeah, I'm starting to get vague images in my head now. The Crow was dark and amazing. Like, you mean the original Crow? It's pretty fucking dark, alright. I think it's okay. Like, it's cool. And, like, for its time, it's pretty, like, I like the way it's raining the whole time. Like, for the whole movie, it's raining. I thought that was, like, a cool artistic thing and all, like. But, I kind of think it's overrated. And, like, they made a new one, and apparently it's utter trash. Like, I think it's cool that somebody made a movie about, like, you know, it's like that, there's a kind of catharsis with The Crow, where it's like, these fucking scumbag, murdering, raping bastards that, like, you know, destroy the life of him and his missus for no other reason than the fact that they are fucking scumbag, murdering bastards. You know, there's like it's like a spiritual revenge, because he returns from the dead to, like, murder them. It's cool and all. But there's a weird kind of like is it just me, or is there a very similar energy to, like, the Groypers and some, like, these groups, these supposed, like, incel male groups and stuff, where it's like they almost kind of like that Govern Me Harder Daddy, they almost fantasize about their missus being raped so that they can have an excuse to go on a murdering rampage. Because I used to think something similar like that every so often. Like, sometimes I'd be like, oh, I wish someone would try and mug me so I could just kick the shit out of them. Because you have all this, like, pent-up aggression that you want to, like, expend, but not in a dishonorable fashion. Because it's not like other... You know, you don't want to, like, take your anger out on people who don't deserve it. You want to take your anger out on people who do deserve it. But then you learn that kind of meta lesson of, like, anger is your issue. Where, like, you should have, like, more of a discipline over your anger. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't have anger. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's that's what, like, stoicism in a lot of ways, like, really is it's very important, because it's not that you don't feel the emotion, but, like, you have control over it, you know? And, like, Crow just comes across as, like, to me anyway, this kind of weird, like, fucked up power fantasy movie. But it's still got, like, artistic merit, and, like, you know, he's definitely, like, an iconic character. You know, everyone dressing up as him for fucking Halloween, all that jazz, like, for sure, like, there's no denying that. I'm an ex-British commando. We never got Blade Ninja Stars. Never. That's hilarious. I was a commando for years and I never got to do that. Oh, true. He was Mr. Freeze, so we could do we could throw something into, like, shout out, like, because if there's a Turbo Man doll in the rubble, and a glaive in his arm because he's fighting Predator. He's got the eraser cannon, or at least something that looks similar to it. Like, you know, I know it's yellow, but like, I'm not arse trying to get like the perfect shade of like off creamy green that they like. It's essentially a light olive drab, but it was like, it blended in too much. Like, you know, it didn't pop. If you can say one thing about PEINTEINGU, I make shit popple. We could first thing I thought of was we could just put Mr. Freeze's helmet somewhere, but maybe not. Still a bit of the terrain over here actually that I'll get rid of. Gotta make it a browner. Too much blue. There we go. Yeah, like part of me was thinking I'd put Mr. Freeze's helmet somewhere, but I mean, it's not reasonable we couldn't. I mean, the fucking Turbo Man doll is like just sticking out of the fucking ground. Then like we could just put various things all over the place, like I said, you know. Howdy! Does he talk to chat or no? I do talk to... Does this answer your question? Hello, studio! He does indeed do. Patience is key and is one of the numerous P's of painting. I love my mods. I love the way I've like ingrained the rule of paint. Like we all... me and the mods know exactly what PEINTEINGU is about. That's why I love you guys. It's hilarious. If you stick around, you too shall learn to speak Chapel. Yes, he does, but be warned. If you rock honor, you will be dirt with swiftry. Welcome, studio of R2, to PEINTEINGU. You speak it English or you speak it Japu? We are currently painting the Conanator. We have the Turbo Man doll from Jingle All the Way. We have the Eraser power rifle from Eraser. Predator, obviously. He's half Conan, half Terminator. Mods I post are too, if y'all wanted to fellow bros. English and Spanish. Oh, you speak Spanish! Ooh. My female, my beautiful, I can't think of the fiance. That's what I was like. What the fuck is the word for the person you're engaged to? My fiance is studying Spanish on Duolingo. She loves it. She loves it. Like genuinely gets annoyed at herself if she forgets to do her fucking like. I forgot to do my lessons. So, hola! Studio Artu. Predator looks very cool. You think? He's okay. I think I could have done a better job, but like... We've been doing this painting a while, so I kind of want to move along. My female. Yeah, I mean, like, she is. She's my female. You should go back and watch some of the old streams where it's like, female! Coffee! Like... I used to ring the gong. And then about 10 minutes later, the female would show up with a coffee. Brilliant. Oh. Okay. Right, I'm still working on the glaive, so... But I will do. I'll do something to do with Mr. Freeze. I will do something. A freeze is coming. Painting goo-goo, painting goo-goo, painting goo-goo. Wish you is a wonderful female indeed. Breast is defender. Indeed, I am breast. Defender Bear, can you rate my artwork maybe? I'll go on my phone and have a look. Can you rate my artwork? What an honourable thing. I am honoured for you to ask me to rate your art. Is it on YouTube or are you on Instagram or something? Oh, look at you with your 1,000 subscribers. Asking me to rate your art. Yeah, man, you're good. You are male, are you not? What age are you? Young, old? Have you been doing it long? You're not bad. You like anime? Here we like anime too. Oh my god, dude, you're 15? Oh yeah, totally. Like, you're good, like, keep it up. Yeah, that Luffy drawing's nice. That's a nice giraffe. That's a nice eagle. Yeah, kid, you got, like, your shit's good. Keep it up. As far as YouTube is concerned, you're doing better than me. Like, I have like 355 videos and I've only got like 110 subscribers. You're crushing it, bro. You're fucking crushing it. There you go. I just subscribed to you. 355 videos. Bro, you deserve more, but yeah, well, it's not about deserving shit, is it? If we all got what we deserve, the world would be a completely different fucking place. It's not about what you deserve. I appreciate the comment, though. Domo arigato for your comment. Studio Ato. I kind of want to make this a bit brighter. I want to make that glaive a bit brighter. Maybe you could follow my Wanderer? What's Wanderer? Paintingu. Paintingu. Do, do, do. Oh, glorious. Welcome, young blood. It's not bad for 15. Not bad at all. Keep it up. Yeah, that's more present and accounted for. Much honor for keeping him alive. Wish you as the demigod defender's female. Much honor for keeping him alive. Yeah, I keep. She keeps me alive, and I keep her from accidentally murdering herself. Oh, she's gas. Bitch can't even get out of the fucking bed in the morning for work, like. So funny, like. Legit turns around to me sometimes like, I'll need you to get me up early tomorrow. It's like, you know, not do it yourself? No, I can't. I love doomsday silence. They bring much happiness to. Silence. Oh, fuck. Right, well, we get on the fucking, Is that who this is? It's just an instrumental of Doomsday Sirens or something? Is that a band? You can see his art. You can see his art on YouTube, Margie. If you press his profile picture, click on his profile picture, and you'll get a series of options that will come up. And then it will. One of the options will be to go to channel, where you can go to his channel, and it'll show you all of his stuff. He has like some anime stuff and like some animal stuff. Some how-to videos. It's cool. Not bad at all for a 15-year-old. Not bad at all. The child has potential. Right, I got distracted. Okay. Mr. Freeze. I think I went to the wrong place. Did you press the wrong buttons, Margie? Just in the chat, right, where you see his name, Studio of Art, or type his name into YouTube, like, you know, just go Studio of Art or whatever. If you can't click on the right thing and find him, then just go to the search and then click Studio of Art and then start scrolling and he'll be there somewhere. Okay, I'll put it here. Hold on, I get up a picture of like one of the iterations of Dr. Freeze's helmet. He didn't have a helmet when Arnold Schwarzenegger played him. He didn't have a helmet, and that was one of the main things about Dr. Freeze. Is like he was always like he was in a helmet, like he had a helmet. Like there's so much fuckery with Batman. Was it Batman and Robin? With the Ivy, Uma Thurman as Ivy, Arnold Schwarzenegger as fucking Mr. Freeze. It was a terrible movie, but it's still watchable. like if you were a fan of Batman and all, like, and you weren't a child, it was a shit movie. Like, what am I looking for? Oh yeah, okay. Any luck, Margie? Did you find it? Well, if she found it, she's not here anymore, so we'll have to wait. Mr. Freeze. Yeah, a lot of them are just fucking, like, they just have glass. Did it have glass? Oh, it did. Never mind, I was wrong. It did have glass. It was just like really close to his face. Okay, well I'll do... yeah, cool, grand. I'll do that design then. Yeah, a little bit up here. Then it comes down here. And then there's like a circle thing here. Up there. And then it has the jaw thing coming out here. There's the chin. And then the rest of it's just glass. Okay. Make some really pale blue. No. It takes me to art classes. You'll probably have to scroll down a bit. That's why I said that, like, the quickest and easiest way to get to him specifically, right, is to, when you're in my chat, go to his, you see where he says something? So one of his comments, right? And because you're on a tablet, you'll just, like, press it with your finger. Oh, you found him? Cool. Good woman. Ooh, the Sky Brew is very powerful. Ooh, shit. Remember the early 2010s when every movie had a blah sound to let you know how intense it was? The fucking, like, all the trailers where it was like, oh, like, yeah, they kind of still do that now, where it's like, it's more of a siren now, where, like, there's a lot of movies these days where it's like, burn, and then, like, a scene, and then it's like, burn, and then another scene, and all, like, it's fucking, it's that psychological shit, like, where they're like, if we make it sound intimidating and imposing and all, like, and it's hilarious. Feel the cold the last few streams. The temperature in the room is, like, significantly different. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo. Oh, glorious. Painting goo 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 goo.
So we've talked a bit about nutrition.
Is that an advertisement? How dare you? Where's my tunes? Painting goo goo goo. whiter. Spoon. Spoon. Ugh. Joined in August and has that many followers. Well, way to go, Stuart. Yeah, he's crushing it. He's only 15. Tell you, man, the teenagers just know how to like game the system. Whatever hashtags they use or something. Like, I don't actively promote the stream, you know. I kind of prefer that people kind of just find me, because I think if I promoted it, we'd get too many people coming in too quickly, and then I'd have to spend so much of my time just banning people that suck, you know.
Spotted our mate right options, did we, Johnny?
Fuck off!
Highlighting all our healthier food and
Ugh.
options.
Jeez. Where's my brew? There we go. Just a tiny bit. Tiny bit of brew. You even get a bit of ASMR on PEINTEINGU. Truly, you have never witnessed paint dry like this before. It's actually one of the best things I've said, like, throughout all of PEINTEINGU, is you've never watched paint dry like this before. It's fucking hilarious. We'll post some of my son's artwork one of these days. He's very creative. That's awesome, man. I shared with a couple of people I'd like to see. Oh, yeah, I'd like to see it too. Like, it's always, you can always kind of notice where like you see kids fucking like, because if you could go back and see some of my olds, like when I was like a child and I was drawing and shit, like in a lot of ways I'm doing the same stuff now. Obviously, in a lot of ways I'm not. But like you can see the seed, the root, you know, and it's fascinating. Oh, sip. What is Margie like? What the fuck to the sip? Sip, sip. Ah, that's sip. It's just me taking a drink. Okay. Helmet looks good, toy looks good, with the Predator in there. Like I said, I don't want to throw too much stuff in because then it'll start to look a bit cluttered. But other than that, I think we're good. You put blood on the glaive, or where it's entering his arm rather. No, you stopped for a minute. Oh, that just could be... That could be anything. Could be the internet connection. Could be... YouTube acting up. Maybe I said something they don't like and they cut me off. He saw me watching you paint the flagon dragon, so he painted me a dragon for my work locker. That's awesome. It's jam full of family pics and my boy's art. That's awesome. You love seeing shit like that, like... My dad never took one of my drawings to fucking work. Clearly they went worthy. Must be nice to have a father that loves you. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say my father doesn't love me. He's just a dickhead. You can still love someone and be an absolute cock. Painting. Oh, you've lost signal. You're traveling, are you? Or is your has Tennessee been hit by Is it Milton? Is that what they're calling the hurricane? How the fuck do you call it? Like, how the fuck do you call like something that produces that much destruction Milton? Like, can't wait to see what my daughter can do. She's a smart cookie, even for what. Oh, your daughter's adorable, man. When you put up those photos, I was like, oh my god, look. Black kids or like half-caste kids are adorable, typically. Little afros on them and shit, like big googly eyes. They're fucking so cute, like. Not saying that little white babies can't be cute, obviously, but like, come on, let's all be like real here. Like, little black babies are fucking adorable, typically. Everybody's met an ugly baby. And we'll like go to a family member's house or a friend's or something like, hey, look at the baby, and you're like, oh. Like, it's a fine specimen you've got there. Like, I'm sure he'll grow into that face. Like, am I losing frames? Yeah. Oh, the light. I think it's the exposure and the lighting that seems to have the major effect on the frame rate. If I were in charge of naming hurricanes, I'd name them things like Annihilator or the Sodomizer. You might just need to restart the stream. What's the? I mean, if you're commenting, but you can't. That's weird. If you're still commenting, but you've lost like, is the stream down? Is it? Is it fucking? Or is Margie trolling me? It's probably just your end, Margie. But I'm checking. Yeah, I'm still live. No, yeah, I'm still live. Must be your end. My dad was the same. It's a boomer thing. Present company excluded. We consider Margie a bloomer. Margie's one of them bloomers. Yeah, sometimes you just need to refresh it, or there's lag or something. You're obviously not using Starlink. Neither am I. Did I ever tell you about the time I pressed mute so I could shut up this really annoying cunt? Fucking hate ads, man. One thing I've noticed is that like at least the ads on YouTube are just like ads, but the ads on Rumble are like fucking AI scam things. Like what the fuck? Like, the ads on Rumble are terrible. Like, if you're gonna have ads, at least make them entertaining, for fuck's sake. Like, if you're gonna force people to watch something so you can try and sell them something, at least make it fucking creative and entertaining. Like, Jesus Christ. Bought him a Beluva watch for his retirement. Hasn't worn it once. Jesus Christ, what a cunt. Paintingu. Paintingu. You have a low signal. Shit happens. I'm gonna be calling it soon anyway. We hit the 3-hour mark. To go make dinner. Do some work on the symmetrical. Try and finish that panel for own. Lots to go. I'm debating, like, you know, like I could just leave it like that. I mean, it looks pretty good. It turned out fairly well. Should I put a black outline on, like, Predator and Conan? Part of me thinks so. Part of me thinks I shouldn't. Part of me, like, I think that's good enough. I think that's funny. And, like, accurate to a degree. Yeah, fuck it. We'll leave it there. Yeah, I agree. I think it's fine as it is. We've put a lot of work into this. I'm gonna sign this fucker and that'll be it. So I'll take photos of it, obviously, and then I'll post it, so you'll be able to see close-ups of it. And if anybody is interested in purchasing it, you know how much it costs. $200 for the Conanator Paintingu, which is a fucking bargain considering how much work I've put into the thing. We gotta go to town. My husband asked me a while ago if I was ready, and I said no, that you're still on. Like, go do your shopping. Oh, Margie, you're gas. You're gas, Margie. Well, domo arigato again for your patronage to Paintingu. And your Paintingu shall be with you, God willing, before the end of the month. So, right, my beloved Japanites and all you other 30 mortals. If you have any honor, you will, of course, pay for Paintingu. Click the link in the description. And of course, like, share, and subscribe to Paintingu if you have enjoyed Paintingu. I'm gonna take tomorrow off, give myself a long weekend, so I can work on various things to prepare for the female's return, because it is her birthday next week. And I've much work to do. So no Paintingu tomorrow. You will see me Monday. Yeah. As far as I know, yours is signed. Yeah, yours is signed. I can see it from here. It's got my signature DVD in the bottom left hand corner. Gonna watch Witsit Gets It in Owen stream next. Oh yeah, I have to catch up on that shit. So yeah, no stream tomorrow. I'll see you again Monday. I'm gonna take a long weekend, catch up on some of my work, and like I said, prepare for the female's return. because she'll be returning from Spain on Monday. So, in the meantime, be good, be true, and be beautiful. And I will see you on Monday.